This episode is brought to you by Peloton. Welcome to your Peloton Pilates era. Trusted by over 2 million members, experienced instructors with true Pilates expertise, offering classes for every level. Choose from 10 to 45-minute sessions with little to no equipment. Anytime, anywhere. And with the cross-training swivel screen, you can move seamlessly from cardio to mat. Press Pilates. Small moves, big impact. Find out more at onepeloton.com/Pilates.
Hello, Puny Podians. This is current day Ryan, or maybe slightly past Ryan, depending on when you're listening to this, what episode it's on the front of. Anyway, David and I have decided that we wanted to share with you some of our favorite content that we make. Our super secret spoiler show. These episodes are typically released via the Ears Up Patreon. However, we figured we're past the Infinity Saga. We might as well grab some of those Pym particles, run through the quantum realm, and release these super fun episodes from the past. A few notes before the episode starts. First, we don't have a language filter in these episodes, so Cap, cover your ears. Secondly, as the name implies, these have spoilers for everything up to and including any current releases at the time of recording. One last note, these were recorded about 2 years ago, and they undergo very, very little editing. In fact, the sound quality will kind of be what it is, and you'll kind of hear it change over time as I learn and change. Also, things we say might be a little bit out of date. We don't have Doctor Strange's time stone to be able to go back in time and correct ourselves and know the future. Anyway, I hope that you guys all enjoy this nonsense. And if you want to get these less than 2 years from when we record them, go join the Ears Up Patreon. The link is in the show notes as always. Enjoy the episode.
Thanks for visiting the TVA.
All right, I need some room sounds from everybody.
Fresh baked.
All right. So imagine you're listening to David horribly sing the Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood theme song right now.
Nice. It's the super secret spoiler show, the super secret spoiler show. It's super secret. It's a spoilery secret super show, a spoilery secret super show. It's secret, super. We've always wanted to chat about the MCU. We've always wanted to spoil Marvel movies for you, so listen to us as we start to nerd out. You'll learn some things you know nothing about. Go grab a beer, lend us an ear. Won't you check our show out?
Hey everyone, welcome to Puny Pod's super secret spoiler show for Thor Dark World. Ooh, dark and spooky. We have David and we have Dan back to get together and talk about Thor Dark World. What's up, guys?
Doing pretty good. I'm glad that we're here behind the paywall so I can let people know that actually I fucking hate that movie.
Yeah, I had to keep up the positive facade.
I try to have my public face be as positive as possible, as you know.
Wow, real turn of face there.
Imagine having the opposite mindset of that. Oh boy. All right. Well, as everybody knows, or if you don't know because you were just listening to Jason rant about whatever he ranted about last super secret spoiler show or last secret show, whatever, for the main show, and this just popped up in your feed now.
Spoilers, something changed and he doesn't like it.
Spoiler alert, he read an article and made a vague reference to something he's not seen, but he's got opinions.
So if we're popping up for you after that beautiful content that you just ingested, we are Puny Pod. This is being released, I think, like 6 months after we're recording it. So just know all opinions are of the past. And yeah, so this is our super secret spoiler show. Basically, we turn off our language filter that we had. We try and keep ourselves pretty clean during our main episodes. And we turn off that filter. We also turn off our spoiler filter here. So it's kind of our chance to talk about what connects forward. And we also usually drink a beer. So with that, I'm going to toss it over to David to talk about what he's drinking tonight.
Usually it is a themed beer, but I completely fell down and lapsed, and I am just drinking an IPA from Russian River Brewery. It is delicious, and it hits the spot after a long day of travel and so forth. How about you, Ryan? I'll throw it to you, Ryan. You catch it.
Got it.
Zip.
Zap. I am drinking Thor is my co-pilot, which is a lactose double IPA from Drecker Brewing. I believe they're in North Dakota, if memory serves. Yeah, Fargo, North Dakota is where Drecker is located. Let's see if I can not have an exploding beer this episode.
I love the lengths to which you will go to get we will both go actually to get an on the nose symbol beer. Like it could be like, hey, Thor is my co-pilot. It is a double malted Kolsch infused with, hickory and others. And you're just like, you know what? I'll drink it because it's on the nose. It's got the name.
It's real good. It's definitely got those citrus. It's got some citra hops in it that come through pretty clearly, and it's a real good one. That lactose smooths it out real nice. So, Dan, how about you? What you getting into?
I'm drinking a beer that has weirdly become like on repeat in my life. It's Swami's India Pale Ale.
I've had that.
Pizza Port Brewing Company.
Yep.
In good old Coronado, I think. Yeah, no, Carlsbad. Same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
Nice.
And it tastes like beer.
Well, that would be on brand if we were watching Toy Story. So here we are.
If I had known ahead of time, I would have definitely gotten Old English so that I could say that I was drinking an Old English, hold up a giant fody of it. Is that racist saying fody?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's like that's just how we say it, right?
Yeah. Because I mean, foder is a beer term. Well, that's like foders.
I think it is, but it's. Yeah. I think it's so minor that it probably is.
Yeah,
but I don't think anyone's going to be like, "Wait a minute, what did you just say?"
Right. It's just casual racism.
Yeah, it's just the normal kind.
Oh.
Folks, we are here to review Thor: Dark World.
Oh boy,
and rails
rip ourselves off for later. So yeah. Let's get into the part where we steal our own content that will get recycled and reused here in a few episodes of the main show, where we talk about what parts of this movie kind of connect forward, right? What was referential to something that we're going to see future in the MCU. I can speak for David and I, and I don't know about Dan, but we've watched at least most, if not all, of the MCU to this point. And so, some of these things come back and that sort of thing. And if we talked about them in the main show, you would hear us talk about the same thing every single week because we would just be talking about the same things getting pulled forward. That's no fun. So here we can kind of talk about it. So, yeah. in this,
We're bringing spoilers, curses, and fun.
fuck yeah, we are. That was silly.
So hey,
I
before we
I'm sorry.
so before we dive in, like it's been a while since we recorded the main show. I've not gone back and rewatched it, but I've seen a couple other Marvel movies, and as optimistic as I was in the last time, having watched other ones, I was like, wow, like Guardians of the Galaxy is really way better than this one. Like, did I give it too many props? It's not great, is it?
I don't know. I think honestly, Guardians of the Galaxy, watching it the first time, very enjoyable. But then after that, not as much. It's almost like in a lot of ways, it's an inversion of this movie, for me at least, where it's just like, okay, kind of similar beady stuff. That one does a lot of it better, but in a way that's like, once you've seen it, it's like, all right, I get it. They all hold hands at the end.
It's a dance off, bro.
It's a dance. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know.
It's to your point about the original Thor being an opera. I mean, this is space opera, right? Guardians of the Galaxy. It does stuff that this movie didn't do. I wonder, if you were to rewatch it again and strip the soundtrack, because the soundtrack is fantastic, would people feel the same way about the movie? I don't know. Like, there are parts of it where I look at it, I was like, okay, this part's okay. But I think, like you were saying, when you first watch it, you're like, wow, this is out there and cosmic and weird, and I really like it. And maybe after having watched other ones, you're like, oh, okay, it's good, solid. But
yeah, I think realistically, Thor: Dark World kind of tried to do that and just failed, and I think it lacked the humor, and it lacked the soundtrack. It lacked some of the things that could bring the normies in, right? To borrow Dan's phrase from the main episode, your grandma still wanted to kick your ass after you watched Thor: Dark World, but maybe she would be a little bit nicer after Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, she recognized all the music. She's like, "Ooh, I like that." I think Dark World. I'm trying to think like how I felt about Marvel after that. Not like I enjoyed it, so it wasn't like oh no, but I recognized that not everybody did, and I think in a lot of ways it took. My perception of it was kind of like it took some pressure off to where you could be like, okay, this could go poorly for some people. Like, it's not this movie's gonna be a bad movie because I don't think it's a bad movie by anyone's estimation, but just maybe not one of the better Marvel movies. But it kind of it's almost like in a horror movie, that first kill. Where it's just like, okay, the stakes have been raised. We see that there's an actual danger here. Like, it's like Chekhov's bad movie in a way. It's just like, oh, okay, another one's coming.
Yeah,
I do think one of the things it did, and I don't know the extent to which. I mean, I know that Feige had announced that he had the idea for this universe after making the Avengers films, or Avenger film, I should say. And this one could have gone, if it had gone poorly, I probably had the optionality of like, okay, I put in the Infinity Stone stuff and, we've got, a little bit of Thanos. And if it sucked, if it just shit the bed, they could just be like, you know what? We're just not going to bring back the raccoon and the tree and the jokey guy. We just put it to the side and not have to ever reference it again.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Infinity Stones, there were a couple introduced in this movie or talked about in this movie. They were not explicitly shown as their stone forms in Thor: Dark World. So we have the Space Stone, which is housed inside the Tesseract right now, which Tesseract showed up. And then we also saw the Reality Stone, which is the ether at this point, in the kind of the mythos. And then I think did we see Loki's scepter? Did we ever see it in this movie?
In this one, I don't think so.
Okay.
We did see Tess. We did see Tessie the Tesseract.
Yeah. So we didn't necessarily see the Mind Stone.
We see it in the credits after Winter Soldier, right? So
yeah, you're right.
And that was one of my questions watching this was like, yeah. That was my questions watching this one, which is like, okay, now the movie is almost like a delivery system for like, how do we get the stones in, right?
Yeah, and we don't know that they're the stones at the time, right? It's just, I think this is this movie was our first introduction to the idea of the Infinity Stones, because Selvig kind of talks about them, but we don't see them as stones here. So at this point, as far as we're aware, the Nazis have the Mind Stone, and they're experimenting on it, as we learned in Captain America Winter Soldier. And we do get to see reality and infinity.
Well, I think this also introduced the idea of these stones are kind of like, they can change form a bit. You know, they can be like liquid jello, or they could be, and then like and Tessie's just a giant square, right? But then that gets turned into like a very small, much smaller thing. So that gets introduced a little bit.
Yeah, there's some part of me that wonders if that was intentional, or if that was just like, oh crap, we got to make a Power Stone. It had to have existed somewhere. I guess we'll use that red blob shit that we used in Thor Dark World. That's now the Power Stone.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we also see, and I guess this is pulling back, looking backwards a little bit, right? We do see some hangover effects of the Mind Stone, right? Selvig is very clearly mentally compromised because, and I would say it's because of the effects of the Mind Stone from Avengers. He's not doing well there.
I don't know if I'd say he's not doing well.
I think that's just Skarsgård. I think that's just genetics that we're saying.
Yeah.
So the Skarsgård's inbred.
Oh my God.
I have a feeling they're like hyper not inbred. They're like anti-Habsburgs or something.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I don't know why that makes sense to me, but it does.
David, do you have any opinions on this? I hear you over there. Just
I'm just here. I'm just listening in to you guys. No, I think
have I missed few past references to Habsburgs?
Oh boy. Oh boy. You mentioned, I would like the audience to know, to appreciate the fact that references made to the Jell-O, I did not bring back the pudding reference or the Bill Cosby imitation. I rose above it. I could have. You know what? Buff's like, that's low-hanging fruit. I'm not doing that. That's cheap. No one wants. And then now it's like, well, okay, it's back in. It's back in. Fine. Let's do this.
Oh man. I'm
Listener, I just want to give you a life tip. Any chance you have to make a Habsburg reference, take it. It's like a gift from the universe, and it's wonderful. It makes you sound smart when you're just making fun of something stupid.
Oh man. All right. Let's see. What else jumped forward from this movie? What else did they reuse?
So on a serious note, on the Mind Stone, I do think, having seen Loki's behavior in Avengers, having seen Selvig run around buck ass naked in this movie, having seen Tony referencing, I think, impacts of the Mind Stone in Iron Man 3. I do think there is some sort of layover effect, and it's kind of interesting. I think the one thing that really kind of struck me watching this one again and knowing that Loki was not going to appear in it at all originally, like it was, oh, this is Loki's movie, more so, almost more so than Thor's movie. And I don't know if that helped or hurt it. You know what I mean? Like an argument can be made that it helped it because like he's the best part of the movie. But an argument could also be made like, should they have just gone with what they were originally going to go with? You know, Malekith, bigger role, you know, slightly different stance approach.
Okay, we need to stop pretending that actor is better than he is.
Malekith?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris Eccleston.
I think I mean, I haven't seen a ton of his work, but when I was reading some of the stuff about this, it's just like so and so the best, you know, and the subtext in all these articles is the most, you know, underrated actor ever, and he's so good, and like he's fucking Cobra Commander or something, like I don't know, I don't see a good movie there without Loki, but that's probably because I see the movie that's there, you know.
That's true. Yeah, and I think like we definitely are a little bit cursed with like having seen it, right? And so it is hard to imagine it.
I think more than anything, it's profoundly silly that they considered having it a movie without a lot of Loki in it, because he's such a good character. And I don't know much about the comics, but isn't he kind of a major character?
He is.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pretty major villain. I mean, he's the villain, sort of background villain of Avengers #1. But yeah, I think realistically, I don't know. I just lost my train of thought. I apologize.
No, but to the point of, he was arguably, you know, one of the better things in the Avengers. He's one of the best, you know, semi-villains that we have in the MCU. And I do get the sense that they didn't want to necessarily go to the hits and keep recycling characters, villains. This is the first repeat villain we've seen in the MCU to date, and one of the only ones we've seen across multiple films. And so I just get the sense they wanted to try something different, realize, oh, we have a home run here. Let's bring him in and you know, spruce up a couple scenes.
Yeah, that's fair. Lock him in a cell, have him throwing up an object up in the air, and then pull that back in and use it again in Avengers Endgame. Use that same sort of move. Yeah, I think Loki is one of those. I think Loki is the gem that they realized they had probably shortly before this movie, and it did change it. So, I think what holds the most interest for me in this whole movie, as far as like things that they reused or things getting pulled forward, etc., was Selvig's chalkboard.
Mm-hmm.
So you see the number 616 around. That is the Prime Marvel Comics universe. So that's like your grandpappy's comic books, all those. Those are in Earth 616.
I read those comic books. Heyo.
Hey, I do too. But and your mainline Marvel universe still to this day is 616. Now, what's interesting is in the Sam Raimi gets to be Sam Raimi movie, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. They like called the Marvel Cinematic Universe 616, which for me actually pisses me off, because I'm like, that would conflict with the comic books, and there are events that have changed. But what's kind of funny about that is then Sony, in their like animated movies, they actually referred back to the MCU by the designation it's been given, which is Earth 19999. So kind of a funny little thing there. So it's funny that 616 showed up on the chalkboard.
Yeah, again, I maintain that the chalkboard on rewatch was like the best part of the movie. I'm not gonna lie.
As a nerd, absolutely. As a comic book Marvel nerd, absolutely. It held the most interest. It had Simonson's theory of relativity, which references Walter Simonson, who wrote the comics. It has the nexus of all reality, which is a thing in Florida that Man-Thing guards.
Florida Man thing. We got it.
You also can't talk about it because in Florida you're not allowed to talk about things.
Don't say it's the famous "Don't say man thing" bill. We're just and
you can say man thing, but not man thing.
Man thing. You could say man thing. You can't say man thing. You cannot say man thong.
You also see the crossroads, which is a intersection for routes between worlds. You see the fault, which is a tear in the fabric of the universe, which is actually in the comics cared for by the Guardians of the Galaxy. You also see like references to dark energy. I already mentioned the crossroads, which actually kind of got reused in Thor Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Sakaar was basically crossroads, and then
that's from that song about the fiddle and the devil, right?
Yeah, devil went down to Sakaar. And then you also see phase transition, which is a reference to Ant-Man and the Wasp, or a forward reference, I guess.
This is the one thing I'd point out, like one of the differences between, well, one of the many differences between like comics and movies is like when you read a comic book, they'd sometimes have the asterisk and a little note and say, see issue number 42, or they'd have a little explanation. And I could have used so much of that in this film.
Yeah.
Like just be like, what the fuck are we talking about here in this, the quantum tear and the fabric realm and all. And I'm just like, I don't want to have like, you know, the Marvel Wikipedia page up at the same time I'm watching the movie. So having some of that's one of the things you miss as a comic book nerd.
For sure.
I think that this movie might have been the first. I don't know how intentional this was, but it might have been the first one for like it's the one without the training wheels on it, where it's just like, okay, we've kind of got you trained a little bit. You know basically what this is. Here,
truthfully,
go. I mean, you might not feel like you can handle it, but you can.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good way to put it. I think like we talked about this a little bit in our main show, if I remember right, but this was the one that was, I guess that kind of leads to a question. Is this movie the hardest core nerd, like most, I don't want to say esoteric because I think that word's overused, but like the most comic nerdy MCU movie? Is Thor Dark World the most comic nerdy of all the MCU movies?
Definitely for its time. I'm trying to think.
Yeah. The other entries I would think that run in with that would be something like,
I think WandaVision.
WandaVision, yes, I agree. Or like, well, actually, that whole run of content of like WandaVision and
Age of Ultron, I'd put in there.
Age of Ultron, fair. What I was thinking of was Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. The other one that comes to mind as being really like you have to have read the comics is now escaping my brain. Quantumania.
No, I think that's just a bad movie.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I loved it, but I also love really weird shit. It that
Quantumania, top third, middle third, bottom third. Quick, go.
Bottom, easy.
bottom third, but
Yeah, bottom third, easy.
I guess that gets us. Oh, go ahead, Dan.
I've always been fascinated by MODOK, like
Yeah,
in all the ways you can be fascinated by MODOK.
but what about his butt?
And I was like thrilled that they were going to try doing it, but then it's like, okay, well, this character, even in the comics, appears to be like over the like the Patton Oswalt MODOK is that's kind of that's the perfect MODOK, right?
Yeah.
But they were just whatever. He's got a big head. The end. It's just just gave up on it.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, any other, David, did you catch anything, or Dan, did you catch anything that they pulled forward from this movie, like into other movies?
So we see, in Endgame, we see a couple things. I think it was Endgame. We saw Jane in the ether, and you saw Thor seeing Frigga still alive. So that part was kind of fun. I do like how they kind of
to this movie essentially in Endgame.
Yeah, I like how they kind of retconned it a little bit and try to maybe resuscitate it a little bit. I think for me, it was just trying to figure out early on, trying to track where all the stones were. I had lost track of the Mind Stone until we saw the Winter Soldier movie. But yeah, those were kind of the main things. It lays the ground a little bit, but it's not heavy like some of the other ones.
Fair enough. So we kind of touched on this a little bit, but in these super secret spoiler shows, we are trying to introduce some sort of key hot debate thing. For Iron Man, Iron Man 3, we talked about whether it was a Christmas movie or not.
It's not.
For this one, what I want to throw out there is Thor: The Dark World the worst Marvel Cinematic Universe movie? Is it? We say bottom third, right? And I think we all unanimously said bottom third during the main show. But is it the absolute worst? Number 30 worst movie?
No.
I agree. So that does it for the great debate.
Is it? Yeah, okay, but the other question, is it the worst Thor movie?
Oh, that's a really good question. Because the first one, I haven't seen it in a long time.
The first one's it's like so fantasy silly. A lot of people would argue Love and Thunder in there.
Oh yeah, I haven't even made it through that movie, to be honest.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I loved Love and Thunder, and again, I know I have bad movie taste sometimes, and that's why I have a podcast about them.
I see Ryan just having just a love for all these like these terrible toys, these dysfunctional movies. You know what? Let me tell you, man, Eternals is fucking great, and let me tell you why. And then you're
alert, I love Eternals.
Is it top third, bottom third? I've not watched it. That's the only one I've not watched.
I haven't even selected it on Disney Plus to press play on it.
It very similar to an observation you made, Dan, about Thor: Dark World. It is a DC movie.
Okay.
It is mythical beings doing mythical things, directed by Chloe Zhao, so very artsy kind of approach to it, not like a grounded action type of approach. It's very ethereal and all that stuff. I do like it. I think it's definitely way different than the MCU. It's more like a DC movie than anything else.
I'm gonna take the hot perspective of this is not the worst Thor movie, and
I think I would have to agree because mainly because I just Love and Thunder just feels awful, and It's funny you mention this because I had this thought today, legitimately, which is I feel like Taika Waititi and Russell Brand occupy in my mind a like parallel space as like people, not as like people who have done horrible things, just like that personality of a person who could potentially do a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Just to me, it's that same energy of just like, well, you're all going to love this, right? Because I mean, come on. It's just like, no, we liked it when you did that, but this is actually you, and we don't want it.
That's fair. That's fair. I would say that this is probably the worst Thor movie, but that's not to say it's objectively a bad movie. I think like out of the solo films, maybe Thor's are the worst.
There's been one good one.
I mean, the first one was good.
Ragnarok is very good.
Ragnarok is very good. Ragnarok is great. First one is okay as an origin movie. This one, the second one is, objectively not great. Fourth one, I remember going when I was younger, going to the movies to watch new Star Wars movie coming out, Phantom Menace. I go to the movie theater. I'm there. I skip out on work. I go there, watch it with some friends, walk out. We're like, yeah, that was good, right? Like that was good, right? Like there's a lot of, and that was when I watched Thor: Love and Thunder. I was like, yeah, that was good, right? And it wasn't. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the Endgame and the one before it, where everyone dies. Can't think of the name right now.
Whoa! Haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet.
Infinity War. Those two aside, is Ragnarok the Dark Knight of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
By that, you're saying like the best,
like the standard bearer
standalone movie.
Not to say that all the others are bad, but I mean, The Dark Knight is like a perfect Batman movie as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
I think
that one's really good.
In the Infinity Saga, I would agree possibly that Ragnarok is. I think Ragnarok is perfect for its characters. I don't know that it's like the best movie, but it is perfect for its characters.
Well, and I think it hits all the balances it needs to hit, and it does so many things really, really well and really right.
Yeah.
And in ways that are interesting too. It's not just like, oh, here's where the AI wrote this part,
Right.
Maybe so, Dan. I mean, I'm thinking about your question. It's because Dark Knight also had like a grit and a feel, and it emoted a certain vibe that was way different than sort of kind of like
totally very different. Yeah.
And so if you're looking at something, it's your, it's not your, hey, cheery superhero film, like, which might be maybe one of the Captain America films, something else. I might agree with you, actually. It's really good.
I mean, in terms of just dialing everything in a way that's almost perfect for the thing it's trying to be.
Yeah. I would argue the one that I would say, the reason why I had to qualify it with saying the Infinity Saga, which is basically, if you're not familiar, that's everything up to Endgame, is, I would say, post Endgame, Spider-Man No Way Home might do that. I just, and I don't know, maybe it's the nostalgia heartstrings that were pulled on by bringing in the old Spider-Man and the old villains and all that stuff, but yeah, I think for me that was about the perfect MCU movie.
You know what? I just remembered the Roger Corman Captain America, so I have to take back what I said.
Oh goodness.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just remember Bill Bixby's TV show, Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, the Hulk. Yeah.
You know what? I'd like to rescind everything I said.
Well, David, move us into your segment.
Okay. So this is the segment everyone likes, which is if you were to make a Marvel movie about Song of the South, who would be I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, the question is
Bear goes to Wakanda.
What's that?
I said Brer Bear goes to Wakanda.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
He'd just be confused. He'd just be totally confused the whole time. It would just like
he'd be like, in my land. And we'd just be like the whole time.
We don't know that it's not. Wait. Hold on. What? What are you supposed to be an analog for again? What it's happening? And that's like most 80% of the movie is just everyone kind of like looking around going, is this okay?
I just have in my head, I have this weird intersection of all these different things. And it's, as you were saying, it's Black Panther, it's Song of the South, it's Corliss, it's all these other things. And I'm just like, all this terribleness. I need to like wash out of my brain.
And for that, I recommend Old English.
It's so bad. So the question is usually, because I can't necessarily tell who has the best and worst wigs in a particular Marvel movie, and there are many. I mean, I think Loki would probably win this movies, but the question goes as it relates to facial hair, because Ryan, as we talked about before, was a competitive bearder, ranked 7th, 9th.
You got it, 7th
in the world at one point in time. Wow. And so, yeah. And so the question is always like, okay, there's sometimes some really good facial and some really bad facial hair. And in this movie, Ryan, I'm going to ask you to rank who in this movie had the very best facial hair. And I'm going to give you names in alphabetical order to avoid skewing the results. You have Fandral, you have Heimdall, you have Odin, you have Thor, and Volstagg. Get to pick one. Who has the best facial hair in this movie?
Well, I'm going to do the audience a favor, and I'm going to throw out Volstagg because he's the obvious answer. And our
R.I.P.
Yeah. Yep. Right. I mean, by the way, was he not just absolutely fantastic in Ahsoka? I can't.
Oh, that's the not George Clooney guy.
Yes.
Yeah. He also played Volstagg.
And he played not Santa in Thor.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. That is correct.
Okay, got it.
We need to make sure we need to update the Ryan notes. We need to update the Wikipedia page to make reference to not Santa and not George Clooney.
I just side note, I've for years loved referring to people as not whatever, and it all started with what's the movie that's not Interstellar, that Gravity.
Oh yeah.
And my friend and I kept referring to Sandra Bullock as not Julia Roberts.
Jesus Christ.
Because our logic was, well, you don't put Julia Roberts in that. That's America's Sweetheart. You put not Julia Roberts in there and just beat her up. That's the movie we want. So yeah.
I should say, because we just like danced around a dead man's name. Ray Stevenson was the actor who portrayed Volstagg, and then went on to portray Balin Skull in Ahsoka. And
he was great. He was great. They fucked up his ending, but he was great.
Yeah. I would say I think I've got to give best facial hair in this one to a partial beard, so not a full beard. I think I gotta go Fandral in this one.
Really?
Like, he cultivated a really good goatee this time. Like, I'm looking back at pictures of it now. It's got a little bit of wax in the tips of the mustache.
Okay.
Respect. I was ranked 7th in full beard styled stash, so I would style my mustache up. It curled up almost to my eyeballs.
Wait, do we have a photo?
I do. Let me see if I have a GIF. Actually, I very legitimately have a GIF, and if you guys go to the Ears Up Discord, I'm actually a reaction on there now. Jason made me a reaction on there. But I will see if I can find the GIF and send it to you guys.
That's wild.
Here in the chat. There it is. Here's from in the chat. You guys can look. This GIF is from when I
Jesus fuck.
Wow.
At World Championships. Yep.
The fuck.
That's wild.
That's
I should try and find Snakes. He was the guy who won. But anyways,
wow.
Yeah, Fandral, like, it's not a full beard. Thor's is, whatever, it's a beard. Everybody's is kind of whatever, but I liked Fandral's in this one. I think it was really good.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the GIF. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I'll have Jason put it in the show notes when I send it out. You guys can all look at it.
It's crazy. Damn, that's impressive. Well, I trust your judgment as it relates to full beard. I think, but the most important question relates to something which is near and dear to my heart. I can barely grow a beard, but what I can ask is the question: if you were to take American Treasure to be cast in this movie, Nicolas Cage, and you were to cast him as a character in this film, who are you casting him as? I'm going to throw it to Ryan.
Oh, of course you would throw it to me.
All right, throwing it to Dan.
The guy who they shove the thing into. I don't know the character's name. I don't even know that the character has a name.
Cursed.
Yeah, the Cursed.
Okay, so I can see that. First of all, I can see Nicolas Cage learning so much of the language.
Yeah,
he is. You're talking to him on set. Yeah, no, you're talking about on set and everything. The name on his chair is his name in that language.
And yet they would also necessarily have to write in a moment where maybe in mid riot or whatever, he does a little Elvis dance.
He's trying to dance himself out of the curse. Is that what you're saying? Okay, I'm in.
No, it's part of it. No, he's into it. Like, he's loving it. He's loving it.
I could see him arriving day one in his own costume, his own curse costume.
Oh, 100%.
Probably even made up.
Yes. Well, and I believe he would probably do the background of his character where it's not like a sacrifice. It's like, give it to me. I'm into this. This is why I'm here.
God, that dude was in this movie for a very short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Ryan, what do you think?
I think I'm gonna go with maybe the most obvious one, but I can't think of anything else now, which would be to replace Skarsgård, and mostly so that we can see naked Nick Cage running around Stonehenge, and have him be Selvig in this one.
That was cheap and easy.
I know, it was cheap and easy. I couldn't come up with a better one, and I apologize to the fans. I have failed you, but yeah, I think that one's just so good.
David, when you're done, I have a really good alternate that I just thought of.
What's your alternate?
No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't want to.
No, jump.
It just occurred to me, like legitimately, picturing Nicolas Cage as Odin. Like, just take a moment.
I mean, Anthony Hopkins does do a lot of yelly acting, so it makes the transition a lot easier.
I mean, just making all these weird like choices of like, like what if Odin was actually afraid of his children or something? Just like, like just these outlandish choices where it's like, I mean, you did make a choice.
Hear me out. What if Odin were missing both of his eyes?
Yeah. What if he gouged out both his eyes right now?
Hear me out. What if Odin's got this huge seeing eye dog?
Well, you ever seen Return to Oz? You know how that one lady has all these different heads that she puts on? What if Odin had a bunch of different eyes?
He wears them on a necklace around his neck. It's like his. Now, what if it's like his infinity necklace?
Like this one I'm wearing right here.
Like it's what I made it home. I brought here. And this one here, this is Power Stone. All right, that's clearly a shrunken applehead. I know, but hear me out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in for that. I'm not gonna lie at all. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, David, who you got?
I think Loki's too easy to answer. I cannot go with Tom Hiddleston, although that's an easy default one. Odin was a close choice. I thought about it quite a bit, and just like him doing he's first of all, he's not doing the script at all. Like he has, he has written his own script, and you can see the assistant directors who are like filming, like the fuck. Like that's not. Where is this on the script? Like what the fuck is happening? And he is just doing his own soliloquy. It would be fantastic.
It's my mind script.
Now I'm referred to you as Thor 1 and Thor 2. Listen to me.
Well, and I could see Nick Cage also during that time period feeling like he was doing Marvel just the biggest favor. My Academy Award. Who's going to be my Academy Award while I'm doing the scene?
Oh, without question. He is completely like thinking he's doing them a scene, and he is doing his own thing. And it all gets cut out because they're like, we can't use any of this shit because it's complete fucking nonsense. My choice is going to be, I am going to cast him as, sorry, Idris Elba, I'm going to cast him as Heimdall.
Ooh.
I think that's who you went with for the first Thor movie.
I know. I still like him as Heimdall. No, all right. If I can't go as Heimdall, because I do like him, I do like him talking about this is, what's the scene we was talking about? It's like, who's committing treason? It's two thumbs of this guy right here, Odin. But if I can't choose, I like how my imitations slowly turn into like a bad Johnny Cash. Then I'm gonna go. I think I might go with Darcy Lewis.
Oh,
okay.
Just the it's the weird, quirky, lovable sidekick. Oh, hey, you're wearing lady clothes. Hey, you're wearing, you're doing this, and you went all gobbledygoo like whole time, making out with Ian after he saves him. That'd be great.
That's fair. That is fair. All right, guys. Well, anything else we want to talk about, or you guys good to wrap up here? Any other subjects you guys got?
We could always talk about the situation in the Middle East.
God damn you, Dan! You took my joke, motherfucker! Tim, I literally was waiting for the pregnant pause to say the very.
No, seriously, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Why can't we all get along?
Let's open. Phone lines are open.
876 our ears. Call up.
I think it's 856.
Yeah, it's 876 for this podcast.
It's 876. 876 is Northern.
Ask Jimmy. He'll talk all about it with you.
876 area code is Jamaica. So I'm not going to do a Jamaican accent because I do not want to get canceled. No. But I do love the idea of someone sending Jimmy text like, "Hey, what I'd like to plan a Disneyland trip and talk to you about the rest in the least." But first of all, where do you stand?
Disney go to Israel. Oh.
I just listened to the Supreme Resort episode on the Haunted Mansions, and it got me in the mood to talk about the Middle East.
Oh no!
Next up on Ears Up in Depth.
No!
We need to keep. We need to keep them away from. We need to hide this world event from them. No, over there. Everyone, let's all pray. Let's all pray that nothing related to Disney happens in that conflict, so it won't end up on their newsfeed.
Unless, what? All right, something alternative. What happens if there's a big Disney event on January 6th? Guys, speaking of other fake news, let's talk about it.
Oh boy. Oh. Well, with that great wrap up, I'll remind you, listen to this whenever I release it. Listen to
okay.
The next episode whenever it gets released about Captain America Winter Soldier. Listen to all the rest of our shows, especially the ones on Patreon. So Ears Up Secret Show, After Dark, whenever they decide to release. Pyramid, the Eye of the Ears. I don't know. There's other shit on here that Jason decides to put out when he's feeling up to it. I think Eric is going to talk about dolls or something for Patreon content here soon. So yeah, listen to all that good stuff. And other than that, be kind.
Fresh baked.
I don't know how we even close out this show.
Be cool, y'all. I don't remember.
Bye. We love you.
Deuces.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for your money. Oh, I forgot to say that part. I feel like a douchebag when I don't do this. Genuinely, thank you for paying Patreon and giving Daddy Jason money to listen to us talk. Like, somebody paying to hear me talk is not something I expected to have in my life, and it happens. So thank you for that. So very, very genuinely, thank you. And that's the end of the show. Bye. Sweet.
Stitch Fix. Shopping is hard. Let's talk about it.
I don't have time to shop, so I buy all my clothes where I buy my seafood.
I just want someone to tell me what shirt goes with what pants.
I just want jeans that fit.
Stitch Fix makes shopping easy. Just show your size, style, and budget, and your stylist sends personalized looks right to your door. No subscription required, plus free shipping and returns.
Man, that was easy. I look good.
Stitch Fix, online personal styling for everyone. Take your style quiz today at stitchfix.com.